Many people encounter is visiting a gas station. This story will help you improve your English listening and speaking skills by using simple language and common phrases you might hear or use at a gas station. Let's dive into the story of Emily's visit to the gas station. 1. Emily's morning drive. Emily woke up early on a sunny Saturday morning. She had planned a trip to visit her grandmother, who lived in a small town a few hours away. Before starting her journey, Emily needed to fill her car with petrol. She grabbed her car keys, purse, and phone, then headed out the door. 2. Arriving at the gas station. Emily drove for about 10 minutes before she saw a gas station. It was a small station with 4 pumps and a little convenience store. She pulled into the station and parked her car next to one of the pumps. 3. Greeting the attendant. As she got out of her car, Emily noticed a friendly attendant standing near the pumps. The attendant smiled and walked over to her. "Good morning. How can I help you today?" the attendant asked. "Good morning. I need to fill up my car with petrol, please," Emily replied with a smile. 4. Choosing the right fuel. The attendant pointed to the different types of fuel available. "We have regular, mid-grade, and premium petrol. Which one would you like?" Emily thought for a moment. "I'll take regular petrol, please." 5. Pumping the petrol. The attendant nodded and began to pump the petrol into Emily's car. As the petrol flowed into the tank, Emily looked around the gas station. She saw a few other cars and a family with kids buying snacks inside the convenience store. 6. Checking the car's fluids. While waiting, the attendant asked, "Would you like me to check your car's oil and other fluids?" "Yes, please." "That would be great," Emily said. She wanted to make sure her car was in good shape for the long drive. 7. Paying for the petrol. Once the tank was full and the fluids were checked, Emily went inside the convenience store to pay. The cashier greeted her warmly. "Hello. How much petrol did you get today?" the cashier asked. "I filled up the tank with regular petrol," Emily answered. The cashier rang up the total. "That will be $45, please." Emily handed over her credit card, and the cashier processed the payment. 8. Grabbing a snack. Emily noticed some fresh coffee and pastries near the counter. She decided to get a cup of coffee and a muffin for the road. "I'll take a coffee and a blueberry muffin, too," she said. 9. Meeting a friend. As she was waiting for her coffee, Emily saw her friend Jack walk into the store. "Jack, what a surprise. What are you doing here?" she exclaimed. Jack smiled. "Hey, Emily. I'm just getting some petrol before heading to the city. How about you?" Emily laughed. "Same here. I'm going to visit my grandmother today." 10. Chatting about the trip. They chatted for a few minutes about their plans. Jack was going to a concert in the city, and Emily told him all about her grandmother's lovely garden. They agreed to catch up more soon and wished each other safe travels. 11. Thanking the attendant. Emily picked up her coffee and muffin, then headed back to her car. The attendant was just finishing up checking the fluids. "Everything looks good," he said. "Thank you so much for your help," Emily replied. She appreciated the friendly service. 12. Hitting the road. Emily got back into her car, ready to start her journey. She felt good knowing her car was full of petrol and in good condition. She waved goodbye to the attendant and pulled out of the gas station. 13. Listening to music. As she drove, Emily turned on the radio. Her favorite song was playing, and she sang along happily. The road ahead was clear, and the weather was perfect for a drive. 14. Enjoying the scenery. The countryside was beautiful. Emily saw rolling hills, green fields, and a sparkling river. She loved driving through such scenic areas and felt peaceful and relaxed. 15. A quick rest stop. After driving for about an hour, Emily decided to take a short break. She found a rest area with a nice view and pulled over. She stretched her legs, took a few sips of coffee, and enjoyed her muffin. 16. A call from grandmother. While she was resting, Emily's phone rang. It was her grandmother. "Hi, Grandma. I'm on my way and should be there in a couple of hours," Emily said cheerfully. Her grandmother sounded excited. "Great. I can't wait to see you, dear. Drive safely." 17. Continuing the journey. Feeling refreshed, Emily got back into her car and continued her journey. She thought about the fun stories her grandmother always told and looked forward to spending time with her. 18. Roadside assistance. About halfway through her trip, Emily noticed a car on the side of the road. A woman was standing next to it, looking worried. Emily decided to stop and see if she could help. "Hi, is everything okay?" Emily asked as she approached the woman. "My car broke down, and I don't know what to do," the woman replied, looking relieved to see Emily. 19. Calling for help. Emily offered to call for roadside assistance. "Don't worry, I can help you. I'll call for a tow truck." She took out her phone and called the nearest service. After explaining the situation, she was told a tow truck would arrive in about 30 minutes. 20. Waiting together. Emily and the woman, whose name was Sarah, waited together for the tow truck. They chatted about their destinations and shared a few laughs. Emily felt good about helping someone in need. 21. The tow truck arrives. Soon, the tow truck arrived. The driver assessed the situation and prepared to tow Sarah's car to the nearest garage. Sarah thanked Emily profusely for her help. "I'm so grateful you stopped." "Thank you so much," Sarah said with a smile. "No problem at all. Safe travels," Emily replied before continuing her journey. 22. Arriving at grandmother's house. After a few more hours of driving, Emily finally arrived at her grandmother's house. The sun was starting to set, and the sky was painted with beautiful colors. Her grandmother was waiting on the porch, waving happily. 23. A warm welcome. Emily parked her car and got out. Her grandmother gave her a big hug. "Welcome, Emily. It's so good to see you," she said warmly. "It's great to be here, Grandma," Emily replied, feeling the warmth of her grandmother's love. 24. Sharing the day's adventures. Inside the cozy house, Emily and her grandmother sat down with some tea. Emily shared the story of her visit to the gas station, meeting Jack, and helping Sarah. Her grandmother listened with interest and smiled. "You had quite an eventful day," her grandmother said. 25. The importance of kindness. Emily's grandmother talked about how important it is to be kind and helpful to others. "You never know when someone might need your help, and it's always good to lend a hand," she said wisely. Emily nodded in agreement. "I felt really good helping Sarah today. It made my day better too." 26. Dinner time. They enjoyed a delicious dinner together, talking and laughing. The food was wonderful, and the conversation was even better. Emily felt happy and content. 27. Planning the weekend. After dinner, they planned the rest of the weekend. Emily's grandmother suggested a visit to the local farmer's market and a walk in the park. Emily was excited about spending more time with her grandmother. 28. A good night's sleep. That night, Emily slept soundly in the cozy guest room. She dreamt of her day's adventures and the fun things they would do over the weekend. 29. Morning at the farmer's market. The next morning, they went to the farmer's market. It was bustling with people and filled with fresh fruits, vegetables, and homemade goods. Emily and her grandmother bought some fresh produce and enjoyed the lively atmosphere. 30. A walk in the park. Later, they took a walk in the park. The weather was perfect, and the park was beautiful. They saw children playing, people walking their dogs, and families having picnics. It was a lovely day to be outside. 31. Reflecting on the journey. As they walked, Emily thought about her journey. From the gas station to helping Sarah, it had been a memorable trip. She realized how many opportunities there are to learn and practice English in everyday situations. 32. Saying goodbye. The weekend went by quickly, and soon it was time for Emily to head back home. She hugged her grandmother tightly. Thank you for a wonderful weekend, Grandma. I had so much fun. Me too, dear. Drive safely and come visit again soon, her grandmother replied with a smile. 33. The drive home. On the drive home, Emily felt happy and fulfilled. She thought about all the people she had met and the experiences she had. It was a great reminder of the kindness and connections that can happen in everyday life. 34. Back at the gas station. Before reaching home, Emily stopped at the gas station again. This time, she was greeted by the same friendly attendant. "Welcome back. How was your trip?" he asked. "It was wonderful. Thank you for all your help," Emily replied. She filled up her tank and thanked the attendant once more. 35. Conclusion. The value of everyday interactions. Emily's story shows how everyday interactions, like visiting a gas station, can be valuable opportunities to practice English and connect with others. By being open to conversations and helping others, you can improve your language skills and make meaningful connections. So next time you visit a gas station or any other common place, remember to engage, listen, and speak. You never know what adventures or new friends you might find.
Whether you're a beginner or an advanced learner, our carefully curated stories cater to all levels, making learning English enjoyable and effective. Join our community of language enthusiasts and let the magic of storytelling transform your learning experience. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest videos. Dive into Englishstorywell, where every story is a step towards mastering English.